plastic problem has become one of the most pressing environment issues and biggest environmental threats to our planet. According to a scientific report released by a Plastic Ocean, 300 million tons of plastic is produced globally every year. Half of that plastic used for disposable items that will only be used once. Plastics usually end up in the rivers, lakes, oceans, and landfills that treat our environment and pose a risk to human health. Mostly found plastics are the single-use plastics, as plastics are inexpensive, durable, lightweight, abundant, and can be produced in any desired shape. What is single-use plastic? Single-use plastics are those goods that are made primarily from a fossil fuel-based chemicals and are meant to be disposed of right after used, often in a mere minutes. According to the United Nations Environment Program 2018, most common single-use plastics found in the environment are the cigarette butts, plastic drinking bottles, plastic bottle tops, food wrapper, plastic grocery bags, plastic lids, straws and stirrers, and foam take-away containers. Barangay San Roque, located in San Miguel, Surigao del Sur, is facing a problem with plastics, as the place surrounded with the rivers and canals where most of the plastics are found, such as food wrappers, drinking bottles, plastic bags, and other single-use plastics. Most people use plastics as bags for shopping and groceries, plastic packaging, coffee cup lids, drinking bottles or disposable cup, and sometimes, if there are occasions, people use plastic food serviceware. As people consume plastics, its waste contributes to: first, waste and pollution issues. Plastics contributes to waste and pollution issues as plastics don't break down, yet they break up into small particles called the microplastics that become a permanent pollutant in our environment. Second, it impacts the health of the people. Plastic waste can cause soil, air, and water pollution. Through this, it can impact the health of the people through ingestions or inhalation. Burning of plastics is also harmful. It releases the toxic chemicals into the atmosphere and poses a threat to vegetations and human and animal health. It also contributes to the climate change and air pollution. And lastly, it threatens the rivers, canals, and animals. Plastic waste pollutes the rivers and canals, and many fishes and other animals will die. Animals may accidentally entangle of it, and or they can swallow or eat it, thinks that it is the food. And if an animal eats plastics, it can make their stomach feel full, so they can actually stop eating and they can starve to death that way. How long that it takes for plastics to decompose? The consumption of plastics has become a problem because it takes long to decompose, more than 20 to 500 years, and it more quickly breaks down into microplastics. So these are some examples of plastics and their years of how long they decompose. Thus, here are some interventions or ways and programs to lessen the adverse effect of plastics to environment and health issues and concerns. First, practice the waste management hierarchy, or the 4Rs: the refused, reduced, reused, and recycle. Refused. Refused use of plastics whenever or wherever possible. You can cut down on your waste simply by refusing to buy individually packaged items and single-use plastics. Reduced. Part of throwing away less is buying less and being more mindful as a consumer. Before you purchase something, consider whether you really need it and how many uses you get out of it. This is also to avoid the usage of plastic products and switch to alternative ones. Reused. Before tossing out your trash, consider whether it can repurpose as something else. We need to stress upon the importance of reuse of plastic material whenever possible. Reuse does not necessarily mean using it again for the same purpose at the same place, but is reusing of them into a new products. Recycle. After refusing, reducing, and reusing, recycling is the last resort in the waste management hierarchy. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. By doing also recycling plastic materials, you can even make some extra cash by selling your stuff or your recycled materials. Second, be an eco-bag friendly and avoid using any materials that are plastics. The use of eco-bag friendly bags reduces the amount of plastic entering the environment. Eco-bags provide a clean, safe, and eco-friendly alternative. To be an eco-bag friendly and ways to avoid the consumption of plastics, use eco-bags whenever you go shopping instead of using paper and plastic bags. Avoid buying individually packaged candy and avoid using disposable plates, utensils, and cups. Lastly, support the government programs related to plastic waste management. Reducing and preventing the use of plastics help to protect the environment, food sources, and human and animal life. According to Catherine Kellogg, author of 101 Ways to Go Zero Waste, reducing plastic doesn't only help the environment, it also enriches your savings. It's not too late. If we each do our part now, we can help stop the world's preventable plastic problem from getting worse.